So we are still on the grind with these necklaces and actually only have another 170 to do before we are completely done. Nearly 70 crafting as well now, which means basically we can't do any more crafting. And I think the previous 1000 have sold on the Grand Exchange as well. So what I'll probably do after this, moving to do some bonus bananas. Again, I'll show you guys when I'm like 40 major or whatever. You'll just sort of see me just sit there and spam the spell. And when we're ready to sell stuff as well. So if I just check the Grand Exchange, have we sold it all? Yes, all the necklaces are gone. Not buying many bones, so I'm wondering if I'm still on cap. And then also I'm waiting for these green dragon hides to buy as well, because then we can go and do that. But on limit at the minute, we've got 160 of these to finish. Not too long. I don't think I'll get level 70 crafting though, but it might be something we throw a lamp on just to hit it, and then it's capped and locked. So I'm going to do the bones and also going to tan the hides. And then I think after that, once all that's sold on the Grand Exchange, then it'll be time for a nice big brand new game plan on what we're planning to do with the account next. So just thought I'd check in. I'm currently spamming bones of bananas. We've actually done 27k bones. As you'll see by my bank as well, we have some unfinished smithing projects. So what I've done is tested a couple of items out. Currently, as time of recording, 42 smithing. And also 42 mage. So I'm just having a bit of a play with mithril because the bars are quite cheap. The bars are only about 1800 coins each. So there's some AFK smithing XP and something heavily AFK for us to do. So something I could do while editing and not having to pay attention at all could be a really good thing to have just to make some money as well. So in terms of today, I'm going to go down to 20k bones. I think 30k bones in one day is more than enough for one person to make on this game. And then I'll finish them all tomorrow. And then I'll pretty much AFK the rest of the day as I go and edit the next video. So what we've currently got, I'll just bank this and we'll just run over to the Grand Exchange really quick, just so I can show you guys what we're currently sat at, offers, and what the current plan is going forward. So while we're running as well, we'll open our keys. So we're still on the Phoenix promo, which is good for us because basically each lamp is a guaranteed 2 lamps. So these are 2 large lamps, which I'm going to throw both into smithing, basically because it just makes it easier for us to get there. And there's nothing really else which is worthwhile just because of levels and stuff. Like lamps go up with your levels. Don't really want to throw it into crafting, so smithing is where it will go. So we've just got 43, and because they're Phoenix lamps, they then go into smoldering lamps once they're finished, so we can get 2 sets in. And yeah, there is 45 smithing. So from 45 smithing, we've got Swan Song. Again, with adamant, it's becoming quicker to heat, and also you can make it quicker as well. So that is nice. 42 mage, we've got a couple of levels. Missing my mummy, Heart of Stone. So we've got things like Firebolt, Falador Teleport, House Teleport, Air Blast, which is nice as well. New staffs, new stuff as well. But yeah, 42 mage is not too bad. So in terms of the offers, 1.8k for a mithril bar. I'm going to try and sell a mithril longsword for 9.9k. Now, one thing I've noticed is that the margins for these things is tragic. So, mithril longsword instant bought for 10.6 and then instant sold for 2.5. So, what that tells me is there's a big margin here. And if we can get something like 10k, 10 to 8k, there's really good profit and really good AFK smithing as well. So, adamant as well. What my worry is with all these is that we don't seem to have much buying. So that's what I'm going to try and do. Like make a little small batch, leave them on the Grand Exchange, and then go from there. Something I am interested in as well is mithril arrowheads, because I think they'll still have a market. So if I was to do 75, 3.6k, meh, doubling your money, that's actually not horrific. So mithril arrows can definitely be one we can look at, because I think those will buy and sell. Let's just actually check out the full margin. So again, this might just be low volume, and I'm a bit worried about a lot of the smithing stuff, so that could definitely be low volume. Let's try that. 114 is an instant sell. Actually, that's pretty decent. So if I add 75, we're going to be turning a mithril bar into 8.5k. That's what we're going to be smithing in our meantime. That's what we're going to be AFKing. I'm going to throw some of the bananas in to start to sell now, because these will take a while to sell. All I'm literally going to do for the bananas, a couple of GP below the mid price, and wow, they actually sold, which is good, So I'm glad they've gone. We'll do a bit more as well, but hopefully some more bars buy, and we can actually do some arrowheads. That's really, really going to help out. At least to get to 50 smithing. 50 smithing, we can then look at things for adamant and stuff. And then once we get to about 55, 60, that's when we've got full benefits to rune. And yeah, that's currently where we're sat. So I'm going to go and do a bit more on the old bones to bananas. In terms of cash at the minute, 44.5 mil. So all this grinding really is coming in, and we are getting magic levels, to be fair. Like, it's not the quickest thing you've ever done, but again, once you watch a video, once you get in the routine, it's actually not too bad. I've been catching up on a lot of the very, very good quality RS creators. I've been a while since I've got caught up with a couple of the Runescape 3 series, so been doing that, and then on the side I've been just spamming these bones, and we'll eventually catch up. So gonna do another 2.6k, then get all these swords done, because I just don't want them in my bank. And then we'll start doing some arrowheads and see how that goes. It's going to be nice to have a pure AFK money making method available, because we can just do that while editing. But yeah, I'm going to go and jump back into this. We'll come back later on and I'll let you know what the plan is from there. So another day, and we are back on to the free-to-play account. So a few things. One, we'll start with our key today. It is Wednesday, which means we have the ability to pick our promos. So we've got Foresight, Potion, Pandemonium, and also Tarot Trove. So if I click on Tarot Trove, that's a bit meh. I'll go back to the selection. Potion, Pandemonium, if we can get through. I tell you what, I'm going to go for it here. Combat Dummies, awful. So I'm going to convert that to oddments, and then I'm going to buy 2 keys. So the first time we're able to buy some keys, just in the hope of getting something like decent, like some lamps will be good. Again, we're trying to train smithing. Yesterday we trained a lot of smithing, so that's what we're trying to aim for. So if I go for Orange Potion, that's nice, and then we just need one more red. Huge Prismatic Star is nice, but we can't actually use the bonus XP. So I'm going to throw down smithing, because I'm sure we'll do some smithing at some point. So yesterday, we started AFKing smithing, and we started to do mithril arrowheads. We managed to sell 7,000 for 755 each, which, considering we just got 5.2 mil, we bought 2,000 bars for 3.7 mil. So simply from 100 bars, I think that is, no, maybe 150, we've made profit on 2,000 mithril bars. So these are essentially free. Now what I'm probably going to do for the rest of at least this sort of challenge, this will be my AFK. Now to be able to AFK something like that while doing the editing, while sorting stuff for the channel, while doing like replying to comments and stuff, that is massive. We've also sold our bananas as well, so we're now up to a nice little 30 mil cash stack, 51 mil value as well, which is also nice. We're getting there, to be fair, so that's very, very good. I do need to go and tan all these hides, which will be the next thing I go and do. I'm debating going for another big offer of bones, because that'll probably get us like maybe sort of 100k will get us to like 55. So I'm gonna put an offer in for some bones. So if I just put bones, just standard ones. Let's go 70, no, let's go 50k. 50k, I know I can manage without losing the will. So we'll go for that. These have come up a little bit in price as well. So what did I sell the bananas for? 80 GP profit per bone. I'd probably say yes. Let me see if we can check a margin, see if it's going to be a little bit cheaper, because we'd want to put in for the cheapest price possible. So 301, let's see if we can sell it for a little less. 289, which will come to 294, which, yeah, we'll sit on that. I also got a huge smoldering lamp yesterday, which hopefully, if I throw this on smithing, 50 smithing. So that is pretty nice. I think things like lamps and stuff now will be focused on fletching, because we're pretty much, we can smith rune now, which will open up a lot of things. We've still got stuff in Addy we can explore. It's just that for the sort of GP we're getting for the mithril arrowheads, weren't really worth it. I'll explore Addy as well, see what that's like, but the fact I can just sit here and throw recount here for like 10 minutes at a time and just making arrowheads, it is so nice. So that's what we're going to go and do for the rest of today. I've got some videos to edit, and that's going to be the game plan for a little while. Get ahead of videos because I'm going away. I'm going to Oslo this time. So if you've ever been to Oslo, got any places to go and visit, let me know. And then we're going to start working on things next, like maybe fletching. We're going to do a little bit of necromancy as well with the exoplasm, because that's what we're doing. And yeah, we'll just keep working around, see what we're doing. But for the time being, to be able to do this, also a little daily challenge. That's not too bad, actually. We'll claim that. 51 smithing from the daily challenge, which is also good. But yeah, we're going to AFK some of these bars. We'll come back later on. Maybe once I've done all those dragon hides, if I've not lost a will. And then we'll come and see where we are cash-wise and what we're going to do going forward. So I'm going to end the video from there. Like I said, I'm going to be doing lots of AFKing in terms of smithing these arrowheads. I'm going to Oslo for a couple of days, so in any downtime I've got, like in a hotel room, or just a little bit of time where I want to chill out, I'm going to be doing some arrowheads to hopefully build up a decent amount of GP for the next episode. And then after I'm back off holiday, we can go through it all again and break down how much we've made over the past couple of days, as well as where we are in terms of a goal. But I do think we're sort of getting towards the halfway mark of this series now. And one thing I'd like to say is thank you guys so much for the support, comments, all the suggestions of different money makers as well. It really has helped me out. And I do think that we are doing really well on this series as well. But if you've got any suggestions, anything different you could do, please make sure to drop in the comment section below. Thank you guys so much for all the help and guidance stats as well. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you have enjoyed, please make sure to leave me a like on the video. And drop down in the comments any suggestions you guys as well. And if you're brand new to the series and the channel, make sure to drop a subscription as well. Really, really does help me out. Like I said a couple of videos ago, 10,000 is a very big goal for this year. But I think if we can really focus in, we can definitely get it with your guys' help. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys very soon in the next one.